Hi guys, it's me, Trudy Lee. How's everybody doing? It has already gotten hot here. They said it wasn't going to get 95 degrees till tomorrow, but it's 94 degrees today. We went for a walk today. All these cool mornings and days that we've had, I asked my husband to go for a walk and he never wanted to. And today at like noon, he said, let's go for a walk. It was hot. I had to come home and take a shower. It was really hot. So we're back to summertime here, unfortunately. But I'm sure that it'll be short-lived. It'll be for a couple of days, and we're going to have another cool front coming in. So cross your fingers. Hope it doesn't last too long. So there's a lot going on, you guys. Have y'all been watching the news? Of course you have. So, Jim Jordan, praise the Lord, hallelujah. We don't got to worry about him being speaker. I told you guys that he was learning a lesson, and I hope he's learned his lesson that all you do is cause trouble, Jim Jordan, and you haven't ever even put forth one piece of legislation, yourself. Him being the primary person that wrote started the legislation and wrote it. 17 years of service, he's never put forth a piece of legislation, you know, at all. So all he does is create trouble. He wants to, be screaming at the hearings. That's all he likes. He's the chaos king. He just likes to be ahead of causing chaos. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you that he is not speaker. So hopefully he's learned a lesson, and he'll continue to learn his lesson by backing up uh, Trump. That's cost him all his credibility. Plus, he wasn't a great guy to begin with, and like I said, he's just a troublemaker. He was a wrestling coach, and he thinks that, you know, strong arming people is the way that you get by, and that's not it. That's not it at all. So he's got more lessons to learn, and they're coming. They're coming. So thank goodness, we don't got to worry about that. So all right. So there's a lot to talk about. Trump is going down, you guys. He's going down hard. Have you guys noticed when he goes to court? Have you seen the pictures of him in court? They can film at the very beginning of the hearing, but they can't film during the hearing when he's in New York. Have you noticed his face and his neck? It used to be so big and fat, and you're starting to be able to see his jawline again. He's losing weight, y'all. This is getting to him. It really, really is. So, hope I don't, think it's very nice of me to be gleeful of somebody else's trouble, but if anybody deserves trouble, it's Trump. It's the truth. And Trump's lead attorneys, I know y'all have heard about this already, that Sidney Powell, Kenneth Chesebro, they both pled guilty. That means they're flipping on Trump. Surprise, Trump, surprise. And all those illegal NDAs that Trump made everyone sign that was involved with his campaign, they're null. They are completely invalid. Everyone is free to start talking. So everybody will. More and more things are going to start coming out now. We're going to hear a lot more things coming out about Trump. And let's take a look and see how Trump actually is doing. Okay, let's take a look here. Let's pull a couple of cards and see what's going on with Trump, with his health, how he's doing. Honestly, truthfully, what can I tell everybody? How is Donald Trump doing physically, mentally? Okay, just pull a few cards. The Moon card. Trump puts on a good face for the camera. He sits in court. He's glaring. He's acting like, he's so righteous and like I don't know. He's like he puts on this show, like he's he'll go out and talk in between when court is recessed, and he puts on this show that he's so strong. And I'm telling you, he is so stressed out. He really is. It is getting to him so much, and you can see it. So this is that illusion delusion card, and he is delusional, but the illusion is that Trump is powerful and strong, and that he's being wronged, and he's just acting like I'm the powerful one, and but he's actually losing his mind and losing weight too. Like I said, you can see it in his face. He is, you know, there's so many different indictments and court trials, and his campaign, and playing golf. He's got to go play golf. He's got his, golf games. That those are so important. So he's doing so many things at once, and it's really getting to him. It really is, and we can see it. He wants to appear like he's fine and strong and fit, but it's getting to him, and we can see it through his appearance. Just look at his face. Just look at it. So the Hermit card. So more and more people are turning on Trump, as we've seen. He's finding out that he really can't count on anyone, and he really didn't trust anyone anyway because he made everybody sign those NDAs. But now he's feeling pretty lonely because people are flipping on him left and right. And I'm telling you, there's a lot more people going to be flipping on him. A lot more is coming out in the woodwork. So, he's going to be very, very lonely. When your attorneys are flipping on you, you're in trouble. He's in big, big trouble. Ace of Pentacles. You know, no matter what is happening with Donald Trump, no matter his health is going down, he's got all these indictments, he's still making the money. He is still raking in money. And this makes him feel a little better. So this helps him, um, you know, make him feel like he's still supported because there are people out there. There's a lot of people out there that are still supporting him and giving him their money. They don't care what this man's done. They've been completely brainwashed, and they are still forking over their money to him. The MAGA crowd, MAGA. Um, every time he has a campaign event, or he cries on Lie Social, he makes money. So he's making money. So in that respect, he feels, he feels okay that way. Although after, this New York trial, he may not be feeling so great in the money department. But right now, he's feeling good with making money. So, but physically and mentally, it's taking its toll on Trump. And did you see? I think it was today it came out that he was fined for violating the gag order. That judge fined him $5,000. $5,000? That's nothing for Trump. He don't care. He'll pay that $5,000. You know why? Because money is easy come, easy go for him. He has no worries when it comes to money because he knows he can just sell some of that merchandise. He can just smirk for the camera and they take a picture and then they sell it. Honestly, I saw this guy being interviewed and he's like, I have 40 Trump hats. I'm like, what? How much did you pay for those hats? Like $40 each? Are you crazy? And then he was talking about the economy being so horrible and how everybody's broke. And then he's spending all this money on Trump merchandise. Why don't you make a donation to a worthy cause? So, all right. Let's talk about Joe Biden. And, he just came back from Israel. He made a really good speech. It was either early this morning or late last night. I'm not sure. I saw it on the television. I saw little portions of it on Good Morning Joe. What I really like about Joe Biden is that he has compassion and empathy for all people. I love that speech that he made. Um, he assured everyone that the United States is backing Israel, but he is including humanitarian aid and effort for the Palestinians. That these people are innocent people caught in the middle of this conflict. So he was really making a case for humanitarian aid to go to them. You know, I asked my spirit guides, how did Hamas and, you know, how were they able to get weapons into Gaza? And they were smuggled in. And they were smuggled in, and I see water. So they came in through water, not by land, but they came in through water. So I know that, Israel has control on everything that goes into Gaza. There's a blockade on everything, and they're not supposed to receive weapons, but they could receive certain food things, and I think that's how they smuggled it in. And they smuggled it in through, and it's so weird. I'm seeing something with it's weird with the pet. So I don't know how that's happening, but I'm seeing like a pet, like they smuggled it in through it looks almost like a pet carrier. I don't know. I don't know why I'm seeing it like this, but that's what I'm seeing. It's like a carrier with a handle on it, and it was smuggled in with like that. I'm sure they don't have a bunch of dogs or animals being shipped to Gaza, but I'm just seeing it. I'm just saying it looks like a pet carrier. So I don't know, but I'm hearing water. It was smuggled in through the water. So, we're hearing that Gaza doesn't have any power, they have no electricity, they have no water, and, what's going on there? Well, Gaza, 90% of their water comes from wells. And to get the water out of the well, you need electricity to pump it. Now, there are holding tanks there, but they're getting very low, very, very low. So there is some water, but probably not enough, for everybody, because it's got to be continuously pumped. We have a well here on our land, and we have a big holding tank also. So I know how that is. Okay. Israel is doing the same thing that Putin is doing to Ukraine. It's the same thing. Honestly, it is, you guys. There's a lot of people that don't want to hear that, but there is no difference. When you're bombing civilian targets, you're doing the same thing that Putin's doing. The same thing. Although Ukraine didn't do anything to bring it on. They didn't go and attack Russia or anything. So that's the difference. But the big difference in this is Western countries are backing Israel. That's the big difference between, what's the difference between Ukraine and Russia and Israel and Palestinians is that Western countries are backing Israel. Okay, that's really the big difference. So, this could lead to a big war in the Middle East, because there's countries like, Iran, they're backing Hamas, Iraq, Jordan, Kuwait, Saudi, Syria, Egypt, Qatar, I don't know, Algeria, all of them. There's so many countries there, and they are calling for the protection of the Palestinian people, as so many Americans are too. Joe Biden actually called for the protection of the Palestinian people also, but, saying that first of all, we backing up Israel and then asking for protection. So we're going to give you all the bombs you need, Israel, but please don't bomb the people. Hello? Who are they going to bomb? I don't understand. So, there are other countries, there are Arab countries that are there that really feel like Israel is at fault here for oppressing the Palestinian people for years and years on end, uh, like Qatar, Saudi, Kuwait, Iraq. They're, you know, they're actually saying it's Israel's fault. Um, so I'm getting that Israel is still bombing Palestine, but not as heavily. It's not. Oh, you know what, you guys? Just a few minutes ago, I saw on my phone that just came by that I have to go look at it. They've the kidnappers have released a couple of, I think I think girls, I think young women. They've released. I have to go look at it. I'm not sure. This has just happened just now that Hamas released a couple of the kidnapped. I think that girl that was her name was Mia, I believe. I think it was her because I saw a picture of her flash by on my phone. So thank goodness for that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I'm telling you, peace is being brokered now, um, but it is going to be weeks and weeks before the dust settles. And this took place, this started on October 7th. Can you believe it's already 2 weeks since this started? I can't even believe it. Time goes by so quickly. It really does. And just look at Ukraine. It's like a year and a half. They've been at war now. It's just amazing. Although we're not hearing too much about Ukraine anymore, but they are making progress. They are really making progress. They are um, regaining some of the land that Russia took away from them. They've recaptured, like 50% of that land. So they are doing very, very well. So we need to continue to pray for Ukraine and the Ukrainian people, pray for peace for all these conflicts that are going on. It's just very, very sad. All right, guys. I think that's about it for right now. My husband, I've been doing work today and he keeps popping in and going, "Are you done yet? Are you done yet?" I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna talk to the men. When you retire, have a plan. You need to have a plan. Have something to do because you're gonna get bored. My husband isn't doing his shows anymore. He's retired from that. He thinks about doing another show, like I might do another show, but he's sold all his equipment and everything. So he's really not going to do one, but he thinks about it. He hasn't done a show since January. The show that I went to last weekend wasn't his show, obviously. But let me tell you guys, to keep peace in your household, you better have a plan what you're going to do because you think you're going to go and have a good time every day. That ain't going to happen. You need to have something that you can do, you know, and you got to be productive. You got to keep on being productive and look forward to something you can do. If you like to do woodworking, whatever it is, and they say get a hobby. I would say it should be a little bit more than a hobby. It should keep you busy, or you'll drive your wife crazy. I am not kidding y'all. It will drive you crazy. So hopefully you guys take my advice and have a plan of action. My husband didn't have a plan, and I wish he would have because now he's looking for something to do, and hopefully he'll find something soon. I sell on Etsy, and I told him, open up an Etsy account and we can go to estate sales together and maybe you find something that you enjoy selling on your Etsy, something manly, I don't know, something collectible, uh, something that appeals to you, some, you know, fishing supplies, I don't know, anything, something. But he's like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. So I don't know. I don't know what to do with him. If you guys have any advice, let me know. I'll be reading your comments. So he really needs to find something to do. I told him to open up a YouTube channel. He is really good at talking. He really is. He's good at giving advice. He's very empathetic, compassionate, kind, and he's so funny. He's a funny, funny guy. And I've told him time after time after time, go talk to the computer, go talk to your phone, go make a video, go go on TikTok, do something. But he won't do it. He won't do it. I don't know what to do with this man. He keeps going. He's going to Home Depot and he has built two huge benches in the back. He has done that, but it hasn't taken him that long to do because he does everything so fast. So he has done that. He does cook. So sometimes he'll do the cooking here, which is good. I appreciate that. But he's made these huge benches that we did not need, y'all. We have three tables on that patio out there, three tables. We have, I don't know how many chairs, so many chairs. We have benches. We have four just skinny benches, not too wide. I don't know, 14, 15 inches wide benches. And now he's made it. It's like these benches that he made are the size of a twin bed, but they're longer. They're like California King. They're super long. They're huge. And I'm like, why are you doing this? Why? Now he's out there sanding them today. So he does have something to do, but it's not enough. It's not enough. He needs more. But if you have any suggestions, I'm open to them. You know, you can only plant a seed. I can't tell him what to do, but I can plant a seed and say, hey, because anytime I tell him what to do, he resists. He's completely Iranian, completely. He doesn't like to be led around by the nose. It's like, it's got to be his idea. All right, guys, enough of me and what's going on. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend planned. We have nothing planned, of course. Oh, I'm still doing my diet. So remember I told you, the diet is like, it's just like keto, except for it's a little bit more extreme. You don't eat any grains at all. You don't eat flour, at all. You don't eat you know, seeded plants. I don't know, like grains that have seeds. None of that. Corn. No, no corn. So you're not supposed to eat it at all. And they really, really are enforcing getting get your gut healthy. So taking prebiotics and probiotics and just eating real whole foods and don't worry about counting your calories. But just like the keto diet, you're not limiting your fat. Just eat fat and protein. But of course, if you eat too much, you're going to gain weight. So you don't want to overeat. So and when I said you don't eat the seeds of grasses, that's what that is. Don't eat, and of course don't eat sugar either. So these are things that we all should be thinking about doing and getting ourselves healthy. This doctor, he wrote Undoctored and Wheat Belly. So Wheat Belly is probably a really good one to read because it tells you how to get your gut healthy and exactly what to do. So I'm taking, um, different supplements, magnesium, which I was taking before anyway. Um, but I'm going to be taking a few more things. I have to write it all down, and I'm taking iodine drops. Um, like I said, prebiotics. I'm drinking a shake of prebiotics. And it says to limit your dairy, and I really haven't been drinking any dairy. So when I make a smoothie, I'm making it out of vanilla almond milk, you know. So just sugar, it doesn't have any sugar in it or anything, just natural almond milk. And I like it. I like it a lot. And I'm not missing dairy or anything. I can make a shake with a shake or smoothie, whatever you want to call it, with berries, you know. So I'll put berries in and I'll put some prebiotic powder in, FOS it's called. So put that in. And he recommends a green banana because that really helps the microbiome in your intestines. So if you've been watching TikTok or anything, you keep hearing all the time There's this thing going on about parasite control, kill the parasites in your body. Everybody has parasites. And parasites are just, bacteria um, that's, overgrown. And I think it's called SOBA. So that's what this is. It's just bacteria that's overgrown in your small intestines. And it can migrate from one portion to the other. So sometimes it's hard to, get a hold of it. And when we have this bacteria, these different kind of microbiomes that aren't, the healthy ones that we want to have in our body, when they're taking over, they can, they're eating like the mucus lining of our intestines, so we're not, absorbing things the way that we should be. And then also, they have excrement, even though they're very, very tiny. There is excrement from them. They're eating and they're excreting things into our body, and then we can have aches and pains and um, arthritis, fibromyalgia, all kinds of things going wrong with us. So we really, really need to address our gut health. So that's what I'm doing. So I've been reading his books, and that's what I've learned so far. And I'm drinking a whole lot of water. I'm drinking also some lemon water every day, because lemon um, helps with uric acid buildup in your body. So I'm doing that. So if you ever have like, you ever feel like your big toe is hurting, you know, you have that uric acid buildup. I get my big toe will hurt once in a while, and I never knew what that was. So that's from uric acid buildup. So I'm drinking a little bit of warm water with some lemon juice, a squeezed half a lemon squeezed in it. I'm trying to be really, really healthy, y'all. And he also talks about eating fermented foods, which I haven't made it up to fermented foods yet. But I am planning to make my own yogurt. I'll probably go today and start making my own yogurt. Now you can get a yogurt maker. I looked into it. You can go get a yogurt maker for like $10 at Walmart. But I think I'm just gonna heat mine up myself, and I'm gonna do it at home without a yogurt maker. My husband thinks I can do it because in Iran they make their yogurt all the time. And we had a man come and stay with us. It was my husband's like distant relative. He was like, he would call him an uncle, but he wasn't really an uncle. He was kind of, I think he was by marriage, but he came and stayed with us so many years ago, probably 35, almost 40 years ago. And he made yogurt for us. He made these big batches of yogurt. And I don't even know how he did it back then. I don't know how he did it. I don't know where he got the fermentation from or anything. But I read, that Wheat Belly book, and it tells you exactly how to do it. And go buy some kefir. Go buy two different brands of kefir so you can have, different strains in them, and mix it together. And then you'll have your, you'll have a batch of it. So I'm planning on doing it myself. We'll see. I know he used whole milk. I am going to use something a little bit more fatter than whole milk. I may use half and half. Um, I don't know. I have to go investigate, because um, in his book, the way he's writing, it seems like more European. I've seen him interviewed, and he has an American accent, so I don't know why he writes all the. He says, I don't know. On sometimes he'll say it's a double cream, and then he'll say a single cream, and I think the single cream might be like half and half. So I got to go look and see if it's 18-20% fat. We'll see. So I got a little bit of homework to do before I start my yogurts, but I'm going to do that this weekend. That's my to do this weekend, is make a big batch of yogurt, so I can start being healthy. All right, guys. Sorry I went on all about me. But that's what's going on with me. I hope you guys are doing something productive this weekend, and I will be back and talk to you again very soon. If you'd like to get a reading with me, I'm working all week long. I have plenty of openings. Don't worry. If you need a chakra balancing, if you need an energy cleanse, or you just would like a reading, a love reading, a regular Celtic cross reading, or if you would just like to ask a couple of questions to guides and get a little guidance, look down below, and I'll leave my email as usual. Okay. And if you need a healing session for you or a loved one, I'm happy to do a healing session for you too. So you can choose the long version. That I spend quite a amount of time going through somebody's body, doing a release, figuring out what's going on, or I can just do a single healing session that's fairly quick. But I do use amethyst crystals, no matter if it's the long or short version. The long version is just a little more chakra balancing with it, and it just includes a lot more. It includes a release, grounding. So let me know if you need something like that. Let me know. Okay, send me an email. All right, guys, I will talk to you again soon. Thank you for listening to me and tuning in. Love you so much. Take care. Do something kind for somebody. It'll always come back to you. And y'all keep your prayers for all the conflicts going on in the world. Keep your prayers coming because everybody needs them. Love you. Bye for now.